Hey all my beautiful friends, welcome back to Simply Living It. My name is Jamie and today's video is just a quick homeschool check-in. This is our very first check-in of the 2023-2024 homeschool year. So I'm excited to sit and talk homeschooling for a minute. My channel is all things faith, homeschool, motherhood, lifestyle, homemaking. I'm in a very different setting. You can probably see my breath because it is freezing cold in the cabin. We came up, it's Thanksgiving weekend, so Sunday after Thanksgiving, my husband and I and the boys all decided to come up and have a little bit of a work weekend. We needed to get some wood that we chopped and split, taken back home. We needed to get it stacked up here so that it can be drying out. So when we come up for the weekends, we can get it warmed up in here because it is a complete off-the-grid cabin and it is blistering cold when we come up in the winter months for a weekend trip. So they're out. I came in to stoke the fire and warm my fingertips up for just a minute and thought that this would be the perfect time to just do a quick update with you guys on how things are going in our homeschool this year. So far, let's see, things are going really, really, really great. I did make some switches. Shocker. I changed my 5th grader. So let me stop. I have a 10th grader, an 8th grader, and a 5th grader. My 10th grader and 8th grader, nothing has changed. Everything has been going wonderful. I have not changed a single thing for them. Denison math is incredible and it's been going absolutely amazing. Like, I have zero complaints. Like, I've talked about that a million times and I will not stop telling you how incredible Denison is. However, math for my youngest, I was kind of unsettled on what we'd be doing. I think I mentioned the CTC math. I think I mentioned the Good and the Beautiful math. Well, we settled back at teaching textbooks for my 5th grader. So didn't see that one coming. However, that's where we're at. So 2 oldest boys are using Denison and then my 5th grader is using teaching textbooks. And I think we will probably fall with teaching textbooks for him until pre-algebra, which we will start in 7th grade with him, and we will go back to Denison for that because that's where Denison math kind of starts, is that age group, pre-algebra. So pre-algebra on. Teaching textbooks for him, it's going great. I was using the Good and the Beautiful for language arts with my 5th grader, and I recently decided to move him to IEW. So I wanted to get him started on that. I think that IEW is incredible. I think it has so many good things to offer and a lot of really good skills that if we start them early on, that will help as they get older. So this is not something we're doing hardcore. It's not something we're even doing necessarily every single day. We are just going to, as I'm speaking, coming off of Thanksgiving break. So this next week, we will be jumping into IEW with my 5th grader for the very, very first time. We still use Explode the Code. We love that. I still use Beyond the Code. We love it. Like, there are little resources here and there that we like to use to fill in. IEW Phonetic Zoo for spelling for my 5th grader. Still using it. Still love it. Nothing has changed on that front. So really just math and adding in IEW for my youngest is really the big change that we have for this homeschool year. Now for my 8th and 10th graders, we were doing IEW Structure and Style Year 1 Level B. Last year we finally finished that up. Yes, it took us over 1 school year to complete that. That's okay. We do have Year 2 Level B, I think is what we have now. I'm trying to remember, guys. Without having it on hand, I'm going straight from memory here. But that has not been something we've started yet. We will start that this next week when we also start my youngest. Now this has been my hang up because my 10th grader is doing IEW speech through Co-op. Well, doing IEW speech while also doing anatomy and physiology through Co-op, like, we had some hardcore courses that we are finishing up through Co-op for the duration of our Christmas break. We will not go back to Co-op until like mid-January, I think. So for me, I feel like that's the perfect time to bring some of these things in. Yes, rest and relax and explore and enjoy not having an extra commitment on Tuesday, 110%. And mamas, like, yes, I'm screaming that from the rooftops, but I also feel that now there's not homework from Co-op that's taking up our days. We're actually able to have a little bit more flexibility, which is what I love. I thrive, you guys, I thrive. You know that. I thrive on flexibility and setting the pace in our own homeschool. I don't let any curriculum tell me what I'm going to do. I don't let anyone tell me what I'm going to do. We thrive going our own way. So I'm so looking forward to the freedom that having Tuesdays available sets for our family. Such beautiful freedom in that. So overall, homeschooling is going great. We're off to a wonderful start this homeschool year. Probably the most flexible year I have ever had in all of my homeschool journey. And I've been doing this for 13 years. So like it just gets sweeter. It just gets more beautiful. You get more lax. You get more used to what homeschooling looks like. And I have confidence in this journey that I did not have my first, second, third year homeschooling. I have such a confidence and a peace that is of God. He has given that to me. He has filled me with that to walk this journey that He's called our family to walk. And it's beautiful. And I'm so truly honored to be able to share this with you all, because I can go back to that year 1, year 2, year 3, year like bound homeschool mom that I was. I was so bound by what I thought it had to look like. And 13 years then, I'm like, oh girls, come sit on my couch. Let's have some coffee and let's talk, because I could talk homeschooling all day long and how different it is that we do it. And that's one of the reasons I was kind of hesitant on starting my 5th grader on IEW, because I love to do things different and be flexible and go our own way, that I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to start something really rigid and thorough and intense, because 5th grade, he's still a baby. He's not. But compared to 10th, yes, like we have so much more beauty in the freedom and flexibility of that. So really, we've just kind of settled in, and there's a peace and a comfort, and that only comes from God. I can't explain it. It is utterly the peace of God that has filled my heart and our home around homeschooling. The one thing I'm struggling with, guys, I'm just going to be honest, is unit studies. I have shared with you how much unit studies over the course of 13 years have transformed our homeschool journey, and I live and love and thrive with unit studies. And those are something this year that have really been, I've struggled with that. That's my favorite time. Some people call it morning basket. For me, it's just our time that we do our family subjects. So we do Bible and any unit study we might be working on. And I feel like with co-op, we've kind of just been adding extra things. So any extra time we have before my oldest goes to work is kind of filled with co-op homework. So I'm struggling navigating where unit studies fit. So if you are a mama with older kids and you've had a lot of season changes, right? Because that's what we're doing, like a teenager who's driving and working and all the things, like it makes our day look very different, which is beautiful. But also I'm letting go of some of the things. So if you have any advice, like I'm asking you, if you've got anything, like how I can navigate that, something maybe I'm missing, because I love them, my boys love them. It's all of our favorite times. So in my mind, I'm like, let's ditch everything and just do unit studies like we have in the past. But then part of me kind of freaks out about that. So I know that's something I need to juggle. For whatever reason, the unit studies get put aside and we do the other things. And I kind of want to go back to unit studies and then we do the other things, because that's where we thrive. So trying to navigate that, I've kind of fallen down that hole of high school and like high school and credits and just all that stuff. So navigating that without, I'm already very loose about it, just gonna say, but navigating that, it already looks different for us than probably most homeschools with a high schooler. However, I'm trying to navigate it so that it fits our family and our lifestyle and our school choice, absolutely, and what that looks like for our family. So I've rambled on a bit about all the things, but that's where I'm at. We've had a beautiful year so far. We are dealing with a lot of transitions just in life, and I hope to get to share some of that with you very soon. For now, just a brief homeschool check-in for you all, and thank you for being here. Things are going great. Definitely transition, definitely a transition. But it's been beautiful. It's been great. if you have any other questions, anything that I happen to forget in the middle of like being able to see my breath and needing to go help my family. So I will see you all in our next video. Thank you for being here. We will talk soon.